Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Wide with Declan. As always, we'll discuss NASCAR-related topics, so let's get right into it. This will be the last episode of the season, as the season is finished. This will just be a season recap and the recap of the news over the past week, as usual. I'm throwing in the season recap. So starting off with the news over this past week, the NASCAR Awards were on Tuesday. As big surprises coming up, Chase Elliott, Justin Allgaier, and Rajah Caruth won the most popular driver award. I know, for their respective series. I know, big surprises, but as well, the Comcast Community Champion of the Year was also won by my man Daniel Dye. He's a great guy. Recommend meeting up with him. He's a really good guy, really nice driver off the track. He's a young up-and-comer. He's got a bright future ahead of him with Colleague Racing. He was announced last week to Colleague's truck program. So a really good guy. Does a lot of stuff for Race to Stop Suicide, which is his organization in partnership with Halifax Health. So just a really, really great cause and a really great guy running it. And some more news over this past week. Jimmy Johnson will return to his number 84 car for his home race in San Diego next year. As he's from El Cajon, California, this will be considered his home race next year. And that's it for, I believe. And for one last piece of news, the Xfinity Series released. The Xfinity Series pulled the most watched season in the last 4 years, which I believe is mostly due to the new television home on the CW. I'd say this year's first year was a success for the CW. They had their flaws like every broadcaster does, but unless you're Amazon Prime and you're perfect. But every other broadcaster in NASCAR this season had some flaws. Had some flaws like the CW did, but overall I'd rate this year a pretty good year. So let's get into the season recap. So the three champions, Corey Heim capped off one of the most incredible Truck Series seasons, probably the best, in my opinion, the greatest season in Truck Series history, with a well-deserved championship. After that thriller of an overtime restart, going 8 wide to gain 8 spots, going 7 wide to get 8 spots in one corner, to go from 8th to the lead in one corner. I still don't get how no Cup teams have signed him for next year. And then Xfinity Series, Connor Zilisch dominated the year, but it was his best buddy, but it was his BFF Jesse Love that took the championship away from him. So a bit of friendly fire here between Love and Zilisch. So Jesse Love claims his first Xfinity Series title, and the first for RC, and the first NASCAR championship for RC in quite some time. And I believe the first Xfinity title for RCR since 2019, and when Tyler Reddick won his second straight title. And they were both driving that 2 car, so that was pretty fast. Jesse's a great guy as well. And finally, for the Cup Championship, when it looked like Denny Hamlin was finally going to break through and win his first title, William Byron, who was running second at the time, blew a tire, causing an overtime restart where Kyle Larson and Cliff Daniels had the better strategy. Larson was able to hold off Hamlin on 2 tires. Hamlin had 4, but Larson was able to hold on and win. And Kyle Larson would become a 2-time NASCAR Cup Series champion. Well deserved by Kyle Larson. He had a bit of a slump he had a bit of a summer slump this year, but he rebounded in the playoffs to capture his second Cup Series championship. And that's it for this whole year. Thank you guys for everything this season on 4 Wide with Declan. So hope to bring it back, and hope to see you again in 2026. And thanks for watching. Subscribe. Bye for now, and I'll see you guys in January.